there are three capstone projects are there, like Prep 1, Prep 2, and Prep 3. So in Prep 1, we will be going to have three parts: Prep 1 Part 1, Prep 1 Part 2, and Prep 1 Part 3. So this Prep 1 is about waterfall concepts. So what are the waterfall concepts? Like based on that, they will be giving one case study, and you need to work on that case study, and you need to like give the answers, whatever the questions they have given to you. So accordingly, you need to give the answers. So here, this guidance session is nothing but just we will be going to tell about whatever the things are there in the Prep 1 Part 1. Okay, like for examples, only these kind of questions, like only these questions will be going to ask, but the case study will be different. Okay, so for example, here you can see about case study. So the case study is about Mr. Anthony. He is a NRI. So he had an idea to develop a website which is devoted to fashion with a focus on high-end apparel and accessories. Okay, so for that purpose, he collaborated with Mr. Bhaskar, Kathy, and Domaini. But here, what happened means Mr. Kathy already like she has one application which is devoted to fashion with focus. Okay, so but whatever the application is there, like for the Kathy, so it is drastically like declining. The whatever the sales are there, it is drastically declining because there is like problems in that application. Like there is no easy to navigate and have it is not a contemporary look, and whatever the payment process is not in a quick way. Okay, these are the main things like they have found out like in the Kathy's application, and now this Anthony, he just want to improve like these kind of things in his own application. Okay, and he set a timeline around 18 months, and the budget is about 1 crore. Okay, so the current problem is nothing but lack of knowledge of fashion of the customers. Like every day by day, the fashion is going like in a new way, right? So there are coming like new clothes and new fashions. So they need to like insert the products like fashionable products in that application, like how the trend is going on. Okay, and coming to this lack of customer reach is nothing but so whatever the customers so they are not in a like whatever the application it should be in an attractive way, so the reach is not good. So these are the two things like Mr. Anthony he founded, and he just pulled a team. Okay, so the team is about like Mr. Anthony's they're having like a Nova corporate on-site team. So in that Mr. Philip will be this project head, and Walter White, Ruby, and Serena. These three are committee members. Okay, and he just gave this project. He just hand over this project to company name as Adino Offshore Team. Okay, so in that Adino Offshore Team, Mr. John will be the delivery head, and Miss Anna will be the project manager, and Mr. Chase will be senior Java developer, and Nora, Shashank, and Vivian. These three people are Java developers, like junior Java developers, and Mike will be network admin, John will be database admin, and Jason and Nif. These both are testing team. Okay, and you will be acting as a project manager. Okay, so you will be acting as you will be acting as a business analyst here. Okay, so here you will be business analyst, right? So what are the things you will be going to do? Requirement gathering, analysis, like that. Next, the design part you will be going to involve, like all parts, like from initial stage to the end stage. All the things will be like you will be going to involve in this project. So we will be going for the questions. Okay, so before that we will be going to decode the case study. Decode the case study means we need to like already we know what is about the case study. So the what is the project idea is nothing but to develop a website which is devoted to fashion. Okay, with a focus high end apparel and accessories. So he just need to Mr. Anthony he just want to like develop a website. That is what the project idea, and the current needs is nothing but easy to navigate and have a contemporary look and process payments very quickly. Okay, these are the current needs. And overview of project is nothing but it is like a e-commerce based project. So already we are having one existing project. Okay, so already Miss Kathy, she has this project, right? So just we are taking few inputs from that project and we are applying in our current project and we will be creating new project. Okay, and current problems, decline of sales, non-user friendly, unable to handle the competition. Okay, so these are the current problems and you know the team. So your team, Adino company team, and in that company you are a business analyst. Okay, so we have four developers and two testers, one project head and one network admin and DB admin, right? So you will be going to this questions. So for this prep one part one, there is first question is about business process model. So in this business process model, you will be going to like in this business process model, you will be going to use this goal inputs, resources, outputs, activities, and value created to the end customers. Okay, so these six you will be going to mention in this business process model. So what is a goal? So goal is about to bridge the gap between the buyers and the sellers and what are the inputs. So customer data, marketing campaigns, trained employees, so these are the inputs. And resources, like we will be going to use warehouses to store the data and softwares and office space. Okay, these are the resources we will be going to use. And moreover, like resources means human resources also we will be going to use, you can add that. And output, what is the output we will be getting back, sales revenue, like that. And activities, like excellent customer service, partner with leading brands. Okay, these are the activities we'll be going to do. And value created to the end customer, wide range and customer satisfaction. Okay, this is the value created to the customer. Okay, and coming to the second question. Second question is about SWOT analysis. So SWOT means like strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So in this, you will be noting down about what are the strengths and what will be the weaknesses and what are the opportunities we are going to get and what are the threats we will be going to face in future. So here the strength and weakness, these both are internal and opportunities and threats are external. Okay, so in this way you can write down and you need to note down about strengths and weaknesses also according to your case study. Okay, and coming to this feasibility study. So feasibility study, for what purpose we will be going to use means, so we will be like checking whether this project is viable or not. Okay, so viable or not means like this project will be suited to this organization or not in terms of technology, hardware, software, resources, budget, and time. So, for example, like we are having only three developers, but the project is around like 2 years and the budget is also like 2 crores. In this scenario, like we have only three developers, so they can complete the project within the time means no, because with the three developers, how we can complete it? So we need to have at least 5 6 developers in that scenario. Then only we can go and complete that project in a correct time and the budget. Okay, so like that we need to check each and everything, and then only we will be going to take that project. Okay, so the technology also. So the client need like the all the application and all the coding part should be written in Python, but we are having only Java developers. In this scenario, either we need to hire the Python developers or else we need to leave the project because we can't these Java developers, they will be not going to like learn Python and it takes so much of time. Okay, so that like that we need to check each and every thing. So that is what about feasibility study. So we will be checking whether this project is viable or not in terms of technology, hardware, software, resource, budget, and time frame. Okay. And coming to gap analysis. So gap analysis will be going to do like for finding out the gaps in between current state and the desired state. Okay. And we will be calling current state as is and desired state as to be. Okay. So what is current state? For example, like in this scenario, so we will be going to explain in this scenario, like for your case study. So the current state is established online fashion lifestyle platform with a wide range of products and seamless shopping experience. It's like we established a online, whatever the online platforms, but it is like why like we don't have that much of shopping experience to the customer. So we are keeping that products, like we are inserting all these things. But here, like we need to overcome all these things. For example, the current state is payments. Okay. So there is a problem with payments. Whatever the payments the customer wants to do, so it is not going in a quick way because it takes so much of time for the payment. So we will be overcoming this problem for our project, whatever the project we are creating. Okay. So what is the current state and what will be the desired state? So these are the two things we will be going to explain in the gap analysis. We will be finding out what is the gap in between these two states, and we will be creating solution for that gap. Okay. So this is what about gap analysis. Like in a easy way, I told you. Okay. And next one. So risk. So first of all, you need to know about risk analysis. Like first of all, we need to discuss about risk. Risk means an uncertain event which came across in the project, which may slow down the project or else it may cause failure of the project. Okay. So it is an uncertain event. When it will be coming, we don't know about that. So before that, we will be going to do analysis. Okay. So like we will be going to do risk analysis. Like there were four kind of risk, like internal, external, PA risk, and project risk. Okay. So project based risk means like we will be getting scope creep and stakeholder risk. So suddenly the stakeholders, they stakeholders means all the people will be coming who are affected or who are involved in this project. So for example, suddenly that there are four developers for this project, right? Suddenly one developer is exited from the company. Then how we can manage with three? So will be a huge problem to us, right? So if the time is overrunning, but project is not completed, like within 1 month, we need to complete that project, but we have so much of work, then it will be comes under scope creep. Like for BA also there will be risk, incomplete requirements from the client people and the domain knowledge. If we don't have that domain knowledge, then it will be very difficult to complete that project. We need to research everything. And if we are getting constantly change requirements, so it will be comes under risk. So we can't handle every time the change request. If one change request came across to us, we need to do so much of research and we need to prepare the documentation about that, and we need to go for approval, and then we will be implementing in that project. So this will be like so much of risk for us, and every time if change request came, then we can't handle, right? So the like we gave only like the budget is about only 1 crore, but we need to complete it within 1 crore. If they came across this change request in between, then there will be the budget will be increased and timeline will be also increased. Okay. And external risk and internal risk is like depends on external vendors. Like it will be comes under like manufacturer companies and all these other things like government. Like we need to follow the rules and regulations of whatever the government kept for these websites. Okay. So this will be comes under internal and external risk. Okay. But this BA and project based risk are more important. And coming to this RACI matrix. So this RACI matrix is nothing but they will be going to ask about do stakeholder analysis. So stakeholder analysis is about, so whatever the stakeholders are, like who are the stakeholders are there in our project, we need to identify each and every stakeholder by using RACI matrix. RACI means responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. For example, we are having responsible person, like we as a BA will we will be responsible to complete the project, and accountable. So accountable means who are the owners, like who will be giving this money, like that budget. So they will becomes under accountable, and who for whom we need to consult it. So there there will be like SMS. Okay, so subject matrix experts. So we need to consult them for any doubts we are getting in that project. Okay, and inform for whom we need to inform. As a business analyst, we need to inform to our project manager, and this project manager, he will be going to inform to delivery head, and this project manager will be like our organization will be going to inform whatever the things to the client people. Okay, so these are the things we will be finding out, like who will be responsible, accountable person, and consulted and informed person in all aspects. Okay, and coming to business case document. So in this business case document, as a business analyst, we need to prepare this business case document with few points, like for example, why this project is initiated, and what are the current problems, how many problems we can solve by doing this project, and what are the resources we are going to use, and what is like if we get any change request or not, and then the time frame, like ROI also, like return on investment, like within how many years we will be getting the investment which we have invested. Okay, and the stakeholders identification. Okay, these are the things we will be going to mention in the business case document. And coming to this SDLC. So this SDLC is nothing but about like just a minute. So this SDLC is nothing but software development life cycle, which is used in software organization or industries to create a high level or high quality software applications. Okay, so in this way, you need to mention about SDLC, and in general, you need to write down about like models and methodologies. So actually, this eighth question is about methodologies. So you need to mention about methodologies of SDLC. There are four methodologies, like sequential, iterative, and evolutionary, agile. Okay, so for each methodology, there will be model. For example, for sequential, we are having waterfall and V model, and for iterative, we are having RUP, and for evolutionary, we are having spiral, and for agile, we are having Scrum. So you need to mention each and everything in general. What is sequential means, what is iterative means, what is evolutionary, and what is agile. Okay, so next about models. So we discussed like waterfall, V, spiral. So you need to mention each and every model, and like there will be few phases, right? So you need to mention that phases also. Okay. And next thing is about difference between waterfall model and V model. So they will be asking about these two. So waterfall model is low cost. Okay. And V model will be the expensive. And the testing activities are done at last stages. And these testing activities are done with the first stages only. Parallelly, we will be going to do the testing phases. And it is moved in linear way, and it is not moved in a linear way, and less customer involvement. And here coming to this V model, there are more customer involvement. Okay. And the next thing is about, like, according to you, which methodology or which model is suited for this project. So you need to write down which model or which methodology they have asked. Accordingly, you need to mention, like if they ask you about model, you need to mention like waterfall or V model, like RUP or whatever the model is suitable for this project. Okay. So according to the question, you need to mention why this project is chosen this model only in your perspective. Okay. And coming to this Gantt chart. So the Gantt chart is a graphical or visual representation which is prepared by the project manager, and we will be mentioning like how many resources, like how many people will be involving in this project with the timeline, like how much time period they will be going to involve in this project. For example, here you can see this is a project manager, and he will be going to involve throughout the project, and business analyst also in the same way they will be going to involve throughout the project. And here the network admin and the DB admin also you can mention. These two people will be also going throughout, like they will be involving throughout the project. Okay, from week 1 to week 78. And coming to this testing people, they will be involving like after completion of development team. Okay, so development team will be like after requirement analysis, and in this design part the development team will be involving. Okay, UI UX developers, like that, or else the development part will be started after design part, there they will be going to involve. Okay, and the testing people will be involving after completion of this development. Like that, you need to mention according to that project. For example, this is like waterfall. So this Gantt chart is for waterfall. If they ask you about V model, this is about waterfall model, right? So if they ask you about V model, according to that V model, you need to draw the Gantt chart. And coming to this fixed bid and billing, so in a simple way, I will be going to explain. So fixed bid means the time and the budget and whatever the requirements are there, they are all fixed. Okay. And here the client will be in a safe side, and whatever the organization, it is in a risk, it will be facing risk because the client will be giving the budget and time. For example, Mr. Anthony, he gave the budget about 1 crore with 18 months of time period. So the organization like Adeno, this organization should complete within time and the budget. So if they are not completing, then it will be, they are going to be face a risk. Okay, so the client is he is in a safe side. Whereas coming to this billing project, so billing project is nothing but the time and the budget is not fixed, and budget will be released accordingly, like whatever the resources he will be going to use. Like for example, resources means human resources. Like we are the BA, right? So you people are BA. Now think that I am a client. So I will be paying you according to the time which you have worked for me. Like for example, we have decided like to give 500 rupees per day. So you will be going to work like 6 hours per day. For example, for 6 hours, I will be paying for you 500 rupees. For example, you worked for 2 more hours, like 8 hours. So I need to pay 200 more rupees for you. Okay. So here the risk will be more, risk will be to the client person because he is just investing his time and the budget. So like for example, if he gave the task, like I gave the task for you as a business analyst, you need to complete the task in that time only, but you did not complete it. So for tomorrow again like I need your help. So again I used to call you, I will be calling you, and you need to do like remaining part of work, and again I will be going to pay for you. So here I will be losing that amount, right, for the next day amount. So like that, whatever the thing they are he is using, so accordingly he will be going to complete that project and he will be releasing the budget. Okay, so here the risk will be more to the client, whereas in the fixed bid the client will be having low risk. Okay, and the organization people will be high risk. And coming to this timesheets, so this timesheets about nothing but we will be creating the timesheets for our daily activity purpose, like whatever the things we will be going to, like we are done with that day. So every organization, they will be having 8 hours of working period of time. Okay, so we will be mentioning as a business analyst, we will be going to mention for each phase. Like for example, for requirement gathering phase, like what we will be going to do. So we will be conducting meetings and we will be conducting like brainstorming meeting and or else focus groups meeting. Like that, we will be conducting some meetings and we will be preparing BRT document. Okay, and we will be updating bomb sheet for the client. Like that, we will be doing the task. So for example, for creation of BRT, business requirement document. Okay, we took around 2.5 hours. So we need to mention that I have done with this BRT document with taking the time of 2 hours. Like that, we they will be going to mention and the duration also they will be going to mention within, like they will be utilizing like 8 hours per day, right? So for example, this is in this day they have worked for 7.5 hours. Okay, so they need to mention whatever the work they have done. For example, this timesheets are not only for BA, it will be for all the people who are involved in this project. For to like it will be organization people, whatever the organizations are there, who are the people involved in this project, like developers, testing, network admin, and DB admin. Like they will be going to update the mom sheet there. Okay. So like for example, development team. So they will like we as a business analyst, we will be going to assign the functional and non-functional requirements for them. So they will be going to update their timesheets. Like I have completed with this requirement, like this functional requirement. I have taken this 2 hours of time, and for next functional requirement, like 3 hours of time, like that. They will be going to mention like what the work they have done and how much time they have taken. Like that also we will be, as a business analyst, we need to mention like I have conducted this meeting like with the clients, with I have conducted the meeting with the clients, so it takes 2 hours of time, like that. You need to mention whatever the time you have utilized on that particular day. Okay, so these are the 14 questions you will be like having